All right.
Got it.
Hi and welcome everyone. We have Tyler Hansen here with part two for us today, talking about AdMatic now that it has launched and is in everybody's hands. So I'm excited to talk about it. I am using it myself and grabbed one of the lifetime limited LTDs that he threw out there. I loved how quick and easy it was to just customize for myself in the URL. And so I'll hand the floor off to him. And thanks again for joining us, Tyler.
Yeah, thanks, Jenna. And no, I love being on here. And honestly, super happy for you to support us and at AdMatic and all the
Yeah.
other people that took up the lifetime deal. I think there was some in your community and a
Yeah.
couple others, but yeah, that was we had people still emailing like, is it really life? Like, can I still get the deal? I was like, no, like true supply and demand. Like that was it. But yeah, since the launch, like we obviously found a lot of bugs, a lot of issues that happened. And we've been working diligently to clean those up. And yeah, we're coming out with an update later this week that I'm going to show as well. But yeah,
Oh,
everything's
nice.
going great. And we are officially technically in the Go High Level marketplace now. So our app is connected in there, and I'll showcase kind of what you can do with the functionalities with that as well. So,
Yeah, and what
um,
does that mean
any,
to the people who have LTDs? I guess would be my like first question I have.
yeah, so it doesn't, you can, if you already have an account, we made it a very easy process. Like you just do the integration on the app marketplace with Go High Level, and you just need to be logged into your account already, and it'll get all your data. And then if you don't have an account yet, then it'll prompt you to create an account with us.
Cool.
So it's all pretty easy. So yeah, any questions offhand that, from what you've done with it or what you think the audience might want to know, and I can kind of go into that stuff.
Um, I some of the user things I've heard from users is like it's not super clear, like, oh, um I don't have to do all of them. So
Right,
that's or like do I have to do all of them to like go to the next step? Or if they get stuck or hung up on one. So
right.
if we can make that a little bit more intuitive somehow, that's
Okay,
that's the big feedback I've gotten.
gotcha. Okay. So questions, sorry, writing notes down. Awesome. Well, I will share my screen and we'll kind of jump into it here. Perfect. And you can see that okay?
Yes.
Awesome. So when you create an account with AdMatic, and again, for someone that maybe just tuning in has no idea what the heck this even is, what AdMatic does is it allows you as an agency owner or even a freelancer or whoever, if you're managing ad accounts or dealing with anything in marketing, it basically allows you to seamlessly connect to all of your clients' marketing assets. So that means getting access to their Facebook ads, their Facebook page, Google ads, Search Console analytics, a lot of different stuff within those channels. So we pretty much just provide you a process to automatically connect. And there are a few instances where there is actually no APIs. So we do an easy guided walkthrough for your user to connect. And then we do a verification check for them to make sure that everything was handled properly. So that's pretty much what this is. And what that means now is when you first sign up, you will get your primary link. And what this primary link, after you set up your integrations, this is what you would basically send to your client. Hey, go to this link, sign into your accounts, select the accounts that you want to share with me. And then we basically, with our app, handle that transaction of getting you connected the right way. So the first thing you want to do anytime you log into here and you're setting this up is you want to just go ahead and jump to integrations. And this is where you're going to define what you want on your connect page. So when you first come in, it's going to ask you to log into Google. So you're going to sign into your Google account. And then it'll load up all these different options here. From that, you can define, okay, do I want to include Google Ads in my primary link? And all of these different ones like analytics, tag, business manager, all of these, right? So, and you may want to change emails. So maybe the email that you logged in with isn't the right email you want to connect with. You can easily just click change email and it'll re-authenticate just for that channel that you want to connect with. So, and one of the newer things that we updated since we last talked to was the Google Business Profile. We now actually fully support agency profiles. So if you have an agency account that you're managing all of your customers through, you can easily select your organizational profile. And even if you've set up an agency account, but you haven't set up your profile, we'll automatically detect that and then walk you through creating a profile and then saving it to your account. So everything is pretty seamless as possible.
Love it.
Um, some of the important things that we've walked through in troubleshooting, and we've done some other updates to help with this. A lot of people will sometimes forget to save the page. So for instance, on the business manager, you have to select your business manager and then hit the save changes up here. And then you should see that reflected right here. So this is what, as far as Meta and TikTok, you would be connecting with your business manager to that. And if you don't have one, then we'll help you guide through that setup of setting up a business manager. And the other thing cool that since we talked last too was we now have the functionality to auto assign your team. So as someone connects to your assets, you can come down here or connects their assets to your business manager. You can define what team members that you automatically want to assign. Because the other annoying thing with Meta is like once you get an asset, you still technically have to go into your business manager, find that asset, and then assign the team members and the right permissions that you want for that. We'll go ahead and automatically do that at that point of connection. So that's kind of another step that you don't have to worry about. Let's see here. Any questions you think that anyone would want to know on this stuff?
No, that one's pretty, I feel like this is very straightforward as far as like the
Yeah,
meta.
yeah, we tried to make it honestly like super easy, straightforward. But yeah, so always make sure like on your link, just making sure if you don't want it on there, you have it toggled off and you save those changes or on and save changes. So the other great thing too is in our connection log or connection center here, we'll show you all of the different attempts that have been connected, and then you can click on them to get the results. I don't have them here on this demo account, but I'm going to show you some pages and some updates we've done there and some updates that are going to come out this week too with that. So, but you get a basically anytime someone connects, you'll get an email that someone made a connection and it'll bring you to here and the actual results page so you can kind of see what happened from that connection. Depending on what plan you're on, you can create custom links. So again, maybe you have different use cases where you just want Google Ads, you just want Meta on your link, but you want to have kind of variations that you can go through and you don't want to constantly update your primary link. You can define those in your custom links, and we will eventually, probably in the next month, have support to connect different ad accounts as well. So meaning like you can have on your primary link one type of Google My Business account, and then you can do another Google My Business account here.
That's
So we're
nice.
working on that.
Yeah.
And then white label settings. So if you're on the light plan, you basically don't get access to the white label side, but any that plan and up, you can add your logo. You can do a custom call to action on the results page. So you can basically input a button where you'd want your client to go. And then we also support webhooks. So if you want to use Zapier, Go HighLevel, if you don't want to use our integrated connection there, you can define a webhook here. And then basically every time a connection is made, we're going to push all of that data to this webhook.
Does that mean then you're connecting that within a sub account
Um, so not
or
a
like my sub account?
Yeah, so it would be like your sub account. So say you want to know like when someone initiated a connection, right? And it's basically going to send all the results from that connection event to this webhook. So I'll show you kind of what that would look like on the Go High Level side.
Okay.
But it could be something where, you know, like if the result was failed, like I want to send out an email automatically
Okay,
or
gotcha.
different stuff like that. So
Now that
just
makes more
more
sense.
so you as an agency, yeah.
Okay.
Um, and then yeah, that honestly, that's pretty much it on our dashboard side. Like we wanted to make it very simple and to kind of go through, but I'll jump over now to what the actual connect page looks like.
Yeah, I love it. The KISS
So
method is so important when you're onboarding.
yeah. And yeah, a part two, like we've gotten a lot of feedback from people and just different use cases we never thought of. So we are working on revamping our onboarding too, and we'll have some more videos and
Oh,
stuff to
cool.
kind of just break everything down super easy.
Yeah, love
um,
it.
as we create it, like to us, it's like, oh, that's simple, that's easy to do, but to some others, it's not. So we've heard that feedback. Now here on your connect page, again, if you have the plan where you can white label, we'll display your logo up here, and then all of your agency contact information. Otherwise, it'll just basically have your agency name and then your account details.
Okay.
So these are your agency accounts here. So your client kind of knows who they're connecting with. And then down here, what your client is going to see, I was already logged in, so I can do this. This is basically what they're going to see depending on the selections that you've made. So if you wanted to include Google as a primary, you're going to see this here. If it's not, that's going to basically not show up for your client. But it's basically going to prompt them to sign into their account. So I can click sign in Google, and there's a pop-up that you probably can't see. So I will go ahead and do that.
We can see it.
Okay, perfect. So now that's going to update, and then it's going to pull in all of the accounts that I'm connected to, assuming that I would be the client doing this, correct? And then it's going to have all of these here. So then now what I can do is, as the client, if I didn't want to provide these accesses, all I need to do is click opt out, and that will pretty much remove them here. So we'll just do this Google Ads one real quick. So we'll connect to this test2 account. And then all I need to do now is hit submit connections. And in this one, it is going to fail, but this is part of our new update is we have a lot better error logging, and we'll actually display that to the user, and you as the agency will be able to see those results so that you kind of have a better idea of what the heck is going on. So, and the reason this didn't work here on the results page is I'm already connected to it. So it's just saying, hey, this is already managed by this manager. And we're now displaying the ad account. So this is your manager account connecting to the client account. So you can see like which part of it, the process that it was at, what type of, or which account was actually trying to connect, the result. And if it was an issue, it's going to display the error message here.
Nice.
So, and then that'll happen for all of these. We're finishing up this update, but it'll be ready by the end of this week.
Yeah, I like it.
Yeah, and then this was my custom button, so you can have that button where I put in finish onboarding. They click it, they go to whatever link I defined. And then again, if you had the webhook, once this page initiates, it'll send that webhook with all of this data, so you can do whatever you want with it.
Yeah, cool. Yeah.
So
Makes
that side's super simple. Try to make it easy for clients. But yeah, always working on some new stuff there.
That's neat. Is this tied in at all to your PPC Foundry?
So yeah,
Like
we are
connected at
going to
all?
tie it in. Yeah, that's actually a part of an update we're doing later this month. But yeah, our onboarding, we're going to tie it directly into our platform. Um, our onboarding is a little different because we're not trying to connect as partners. For some use cases, like with Meta, we have to be users on your business manager as an agency. So we're creating some different processes for that for us. But also, I think the other update since last time too was you can now create a business manager with Meta, which was a big request.
Oh, like if they don't
So
have one?
correct.
Oh, super cool.
So let me do this real quick. So I don't have a test Facebook account yet, but what would happen, so say they logged in and they didn't have a business manager, a display will actually pop up here instead that will say, hey, like you signed in, but you don't have a business manager, click here to create it. So we really just guide them through that process.
Very cool.
But at any time too, this button up here, you can click create. and it's going to have a pop-up. And then you can define like, do I want to use an existing business manager or do I need to create a new one? So
Hmm.
I can do this here. It's not going to work because I think I've already have maxed out on this profile business managers, but it'll tell me that as well. Yeah, so you've reached the limit of business managers. So it'll automatically create it for them. Once they do that, it'll now go to this page where we can define a new, like we're going to create assets now with this business manager. And right now we're just doing page and ad account because we can actually kind of work through that. Pixels have a very hard issue right now with Meta's API, and it's easier just to not fake it because we can't really, like, we can tell them where to go and do it, but there's no way for us to verify it. There's like, so we would just honestly be guessing.
Okay.
So yeah, creating a page, we send them over there to create it, kind of give them the instructions, and then from here they can click refresh list once they do that. So then that page will come up and be displayed, and then we can connect it to this business manager, because when you create a page, it's not necessarily connected to the business manager. So that list was all the pages that aren't. So I can just hit that and it'll make that connection for us. So cool. So that page is now connected to this business manager here. And then same thing, I can create an ad account too for this business manager that was just created. So if the client doesn't have those as well. So they basically just do that. All of those things happen. And then you click finish asset creation, and then it'll reload the page automatically. And then we can find, what was the one I just did? Yeah, so now we can see that here for SideQuest Media.
Nice.
And then, yep, go through the normal process of connection. So again, try to make a very seamless experience for them.
Cool. I really love that.
So yeah, let's jump over to Go High Level. So first off, from when we talked originally, we didn't really have iframe support. So that's fully supported now. So what I did here is I just put this in a custom menu link, but
Oh,
this is
nice.
just loading up that same connect page, right?
Perfect. Yeah.
But yeah, all of that's functional with authentication and everything. So that was the main issue. So you could put this wherever you want, and on your dashboard as well, you should get the embed snippet where you can just plug that wherever you want
Perfect.
for the iframe. Now if we go to our automations,
And are any of the Google properties like you can create something new through here or just
that's
Facebook currently?
that's just Facebook right now. We are going to be doing that with Google Ads. They don't have an official process as far as like a user just creating one randomly, but we can create it under your manager account. So basically we're going to put in a toggle that says, allow them to create a new account under your manager account, and we'll send like the user an invite and all of that stuff. But we're also going to let the user know that it is being created under the manager account, just in case they don't want to do it like that. So
Okay.
but yeah, here, so if we
There it
go to App
goes.
Marketplace,
Yeah.
right now, I don't think, unless they fix it, I had to email into support, but I don't think you can actually search us up still. Yeah.
No, I just saw
So,
it.
yeah. So what I found though, like if you just search us, it's not going to come up. But if you go to Workflow Automation Hub, because that's the
Oh.
category we have, it is listed under here.
Oh, that's weird.
So you can see that. But yeah, basically when you come to this, you can find it under Workflow Automation Hub for now. Hopefully we'll get that figured out. But you would have the install option, and then it's basically going to do a pop-up. If you already have an account with us, just make sure you're signed into your account before you do the install. But it'll pop up, check everything, and then connect it if everything looks good. If
Okay.
you're not signed in or you don't have an account, it'll prompt you to register and do all of that. But once that occurs, then yeah, everything will be connected. And basically what our connection does at this moment is we have a trigger and a action, and we're going to be building out some more, but that's kind of what we launched with here originally. So if we go to the demos, the first one that we have is a trigger event. And this is for the connection event. So basically, anytime someone connects on any of your links that you have, that will be the trigger. And then what you can do from there is you can define a condition. And so basically, we're going to pass all of the data from the trigger event in here that you can use to manipulate however you want. So, let's say a trigger event happened. I can now come to a condition and I can say, let's see. So yeah, received connection event. So I can say Google Ad status, the connection date, the URL slug, all the different statuses for the different, properties that you can connect to, the custom ID, URL nickname. You can do a condition on that. So we can say like, Facebook's page status, is success. We can save that action and then we can do whatever we need to from there. So that's up to you guys as an agency, but that just allows you some quick and easier maneuverability with that.
Love it.
The other event or as an action, oh, sorry. So the other action that we created was the use case would probably, there could be other use cases, but like say you just, sold your client, you're ready to get them onboarding. You can include this in your onboarding, workflow. But basically, we're going to generate your primary link, but we're going to attach a custom ID to it so that it's easily tracked for that customer. So that when it then comes into as a trigger event, we can easily find that contact record and everything can be associated to it.
Hmm.
So you can technically define whatever you want for the custom ID, but we have the contact ID in here, and that's what it should be, or some other like the email or anything else that's unique to that contact in Go High Level for you. And then from that, it's going to generate that link. And then this was just an email I wrote up real quick, but you can basically just plug that in as a link however you want so that the client's going to get it and it'll be tracked with that custom ID.
Oh, cool.
So just kind of some ease of use. So you're not having to like go create that link yourself, log in, get your, URL, add a custom ID parameter, all that. So we'll just generate all that for you.
Oh, that's great.
But yeah,
Cool.
that's kind of all the updates we have at the moment.
I love it. And
Yeah,
then I love the fact that you can take it from everything that's in here and base that trigger off of like sending them onto your onboarding form
exactly.
into your onboarding calendar or whatever your process is. So that's
Yeah.
perfect. I love that. I love that you brought that
Yeah,
trigger
so
in
we try
there.
to leave it a little bit open. But yeah, we're also looking for lots of feedback and other ways people may want to use it to see how we can integrate some more stuff. So
Yeah, my wheels are turning. So yeah, excited to think more about that. That's cool. So I definitely need to set those triggers up and get into that marketplace app. That's cool.
yeah,
Well, thanks for joining us again today, Tyler. And
yeah,
everybody that has questions, we'll drop them in the group and I'll let you know if I see any on YouTube. But thanks for joining us again.
yeah. Thanks for having me. Thanks for letting me share.
You're welcome. We'll drop the link in the comments for everybody.
I will.